I wanted to just give you a little update. This Saturday, we're hoping, weather permitting, if it's not too rainy, to come out here and do a little bit of a chainsaw Saturday, trying to help guide the path and take a lot of the fallen trees down. And in doing so, putting them along the path is kind of like curbs or guides, so we know. It's funny, throughout the winter when all the trees and leaves have fallen, you can't really see the mulch under you. You miss on where the path goes. And had a few people come out and try to follow the path and then find themselves stuck in a tree. So we're gonna use the fallen trees, the felled trees that have come down over the last number of months and years, and kind of use those as ways to carve out and lay them alongside as almost like gutters or trail marks, so we know exactly where the trail goes, both in summer and winter. We're gonna start about 9 a.m. and hopefully even make a new one of the new trail paths in our Forest of Faith. So there's more than just one path. We'd love to have you come out and join us, and I'm gonna give you a little sense of what we're talking about. You can see how these fallen trees, felled trees, have been laid out as a nice little gutter here. Some have been removed, disappeared, not really sure how that happened. But we're gonna look to try to lay these guys, roll them, and make them so it makes a nice little guide path through here. You can see our daffodils are all in bloom, getting ready for spring, getting ready for Easter if we would. Even though it's a little bit of a cool and wet day out here, it's still a beautiful day as that. As we come through, you can see our gutters we have had, still do, a lot of the fallen trees. And so this area is looking still okay or pretty good. Not a lot of work to do in this spot, but as we get through, you'll see where there's a lack of guide rails or curbs for the path. Actually, not sure what you call those. When we get to this position here, the thought is to build or to cut another trail right through the middle here that goes back up to the playground. So that might be one of the plans we have for this weekend. But as I take you down through here, you get a sense of what the Forest of Faith looks like on a cool, wet, almost spring day. Still a very beautiful trail nonetheless. And once we get the trail markers in and spring comes, we're gonna look to get some more mulch from our tree trimmers in the neighborhoods and spread out and make a very beautiful path, hopefully to walk on after our Easter sunrise services, and especially as the spring and summer months come around. You can see here where there's a lack of gutters and trails, so if you're walking, you kind of might miss it. So we're gonna add some gutters here, some trail markers here. And then also on the trail that leads back to our worship area, you see there's nothing along there, so there is a lot of work to be done. If you have a chainsaw, we'd love to have you out here. You can see some is out, some is not. As I work my way back, since, well, I'm the one that kind of designed this thing and laid it out, I know it by heart of where it goes. Many others may not. So having limbs and trunks of dead and fallen trees help to outline the path would be very helpful for those who would like to come and make use of this. Hearing the geese in the background. You can see where we have some gutters along here, some of the trail, but it's sparse here and there. We'd like to make it a little more uniform. And this is the tree that came down the last storm. I was able to cut it and roll off to the side, but we'd love to move that one up or down along the road. You can see the trail markers here. I was having some fun with that, with the dead fallen trees. And again, we have some trail markers on one side, none on the other. We'd like to make that a little more uniform. Whoops, water dripping right on my finger on my phone. And the same thing here. A lot of space, but it'd be nice if we can actually outline the trail so we knew where it started, where it stopped, and to help give some guidance to our hikers. The trail goes down that way a little ways more. And we'll have some benches we're gonna set up as well to be able to give a place for sitting, for communing in nature, communing with the Lord. Looks like a tree just came down yesterday. This was not here yesterday. So this one we have, we're gonna need to cut it and move it. Boy, trees come down a lot in this forest of faith. And so actually, it looks like it came up at the roots. How rotted is that? Forgive me for just investigating what happened here, because this has just been the last day. But yep, that's how our trees come down, either up the roots or else they're dead. But now we have to cut this tree that lays right across the path. So a few chainsaws would be helpful, and then we'll take the trunk that is here and use it over there for the gutter. Again, as I come down here, Gordon and I were out here a few days ago, and we were helping to line some of this. So this right here is new line. Another tree had come down. I cut it partially with my saw. Couldn't do the whole thing. You can see part of it here. That's where it came up at. But here we've been able to line it so we have a good sense of where the path is. There's the other part of it that went down. Yeah, trees fall quite a bit. And we make the best use of them, try to be good stewards of the creation that is here. Also reminds us that if you're out here hiking, realize you are in nature. Be aware and be cautious. You can see how the trees are still lined along here, helps us give some guidance. Then you get to spaces where it's just open, which is beautiful. We're talking about putting another transect right out there for another little prayer place. There's our fire department neighbors there. Come around the turn, you can see all the fallen trees that have come down in the years, and we've just been able to kind of carve our path through them and with them. Right here, path comes through. One side has some nice logs that keep you in. The other side, a little more branches, except they're being covered by leaves. And maybe even have another little prayer trail right over there, since it's a nice open flat area, although it's just closer to Mountain Road, so a little bit noisier. You can see the trails coming down here, logs somewhat, or branches, whatever we had that was dead or died on the sides to help mark it. The smaller the branches though, the harder it is to see. Well, it's funny seeing that one tree down, the really tall tree that came down, because it reminds us that we do need some chainsaws. We need some people out here to help cut this stuff and spread it so that people can use it. And as you come down here, see a number of trees that were felled, and now they're kind of in the way. We've done some cutting to try to help them get around. But actually that was all of our Bob Lester's tree service that came down and helped with a lot of those since they were on our playground. But the hope is the next leg will go straight through here, through a lot of those fallen trees, out to our path to give multiple accesses. So if you have a chainsaw this Saturday, come on down at 9. I could say rain or shine. It'd be nice to say that, because hopefully if it's just a little mist like now, we can get some work, stay cool, stay nice about it, and be able to see our trails. Now, if you want to come up a little bit earlier, we could also use your help in doing some painting. Bob Taylor, our property's chairperson, has helped to get the painting day set up, got the supplies. We just need painters. He came down and started painting, and we need to finish. It smells like nice, fresh paint. A lot has been done. Baseboards and chair rails still needs to be done. But as you come through here, we still have some spots because school is in session. So if you are free, we already have many things taped as it is. If you are free on Saturday morning, come through, help paint, take a lot of the clutter and dirtiness from the kids before they go to the restroom, and to help freshen up our main hallway, we'd appreciate it. Well, that's what's going on this Saturday here at Galilee. We ask you to come join us, bring a chainsaw, bring things that you can get paint on them, and rain or shine, we're gonna see if we can really be the best stewards of what God's given to us. Have a wonderful day. Have a great day in the Lord. God bless. Bye-bye.